Thanks a lot. It's an exciting time of the year in college sports with basketball in full swing and schools on the gridiron now knowing their bowl game destiny. One of them, Coach Rich Rod and the Arizona Wildcats, who will be headed to the San Francisco Bay Area to take on Purdue in the Foster Farms Bowl. And for seniors like former Tucson High standout Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, it means even more to be able to suit up in a postseason game one more time.
It's kind of sad sitting there in December, everybody playing a bowl game. You're watching everybody on TV and you're not playing. So, it was great. It was great for the seniors. It was great for this program to, turn it around and get a bowl game. We're kind of excited about that.
Kind of?
Yeah, very, extremely actually. Yeah, we were extremely excited. It's a Bay Area, It's a Bay Area, get to play in Levi Stadium, San Francisco Stadium. So, it's always great if you can play in the venue like that. So, we're extremely grateful.
So are the fans. Moving on, the Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl on December 9th could break records when it comes to fan turnout. Much of that has to do with the matchups. Utah State isn't too far from Arizona, of course, border state, while New Mexico State's campus is just a 4-hour drive to Tucson. Also, there are 7 players from Arizona on NMSU's roster, including former Tucson High standout Austin Perkins, seen here on the completion, who is now a DB with the Aggies. Also, Sunnyside coach Roy Lopez's son, Roy Jr., is a defensive lineman. There he is. Cienega grad Gabriel Flynn is also with NMSU. Meanwhile, Mike Missler is a Saguaro High School grad who played football in New Mexico State in the early 80s and was on hand in person to watch the Aggies drive 83 yards in the last few minutes of the game to knock off South Alabama and become bowl eligible. Here's the celebration in Las Cruces, and then, of course, he left early in the morning the next day so he could personally be at the bowl game announcement here in Tucson.
Well, it means everything. When you haven't had something for 57 years, you're just ecstatic. And the great thing about a bowl game is you have to be invited. You have to earn it. You got to remember, we have a big base of Aggie alums in Phoenix and Tucson, Southern California, Denver, West Texas, New Mexico. The Aggies will travel. There's no question about it. That's what makes this so special for Aggie Nation.
Hey, one of the many Tucsonans with New Mexico State ties. And we're far from over with. After the break, ASU introduces its newest head coach in football. Plus, with ASU jumping in the polls in hoops, will the Cats be able to climb back into the top 25?